Viva the King of Barotseland!
Viva!
Viva the King of Barotseland!
Viva!
Viva the Gambler of Barotseland!
Viva!
Viva Barotseland!
Viva!
Viva Barotseland!
Viva!
Greetings from Barotseland Nationalists Youth Alliance. Press statement, 26th February 2024. Fellow countrymen and women, we, the Barotseland Nationalists Youth Alliance, have noted with great concern the threats from the Inspector General of Zambia Police, Mr. Graphel Musamba, who has warned that pursuing self-determination is criminal and treasonous. Our dear Barotseland nationals, we find it unethical to respond to Mr. Musamba because he was warning a nobody. He was using indirect language, keeping us guessing whether he was referring to Umozi Kumawa, Barotseland Nationalist Youth Alliance, Linyungandambo, BNFA, or the Barosi Royal Authority, who have hosted a Unipo flag at Naliele Palace and who have also submitted the Privy Council resolutions about self-determination of Barotseland to Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, the President of Zambia. In his press release, Mr. Musamba stated that with immediate effect, police will begin arresting people promoting and inciting any form of uprising or secession in any territory considered to be part of the unitary state of Zambia. Assuming that the Inspector General of Zambia Police was referring to the people of Barotseland, then he is poking his nose into matters beyond him. Looking at Barotseland from a broader spectrum, namely biblically, rationally, politically, cultural, economically, and legally, we note that Barotseland was destined to be ruled by her own people and not to be occupied illegally by Zambia as a Newfoundland without people. Graphel Musamba should know that Zambia is a signatory to the UN Charter on Human Rights, which recognizes self-determination as a right. Barotseland has a right to self-determination. By virtue of that, they are free to determine their political status and freely pursue their economic, social, cultural development. The resolutions to separate Barotseland from Zambia, which the Privy Council deliberated upon, are within the framework of law. Therefore, threatening to arrest or kill people who are pursuing their right to self-determination is violating international law, and it can attract sanctions on Zambia, the country which is already struggling even without sanctions.
We say no to black.
Since Mr. Musamba is a police officer who understands law better than anybody else, let him influence his government to compensate more than 100 Barotse who were arrested in 2013 and released on Nore Prosecco, and the families of those killed by the same police he is in charge of. Not being on Nore Prosecco for 11 years. Just imagine putting people on Nore Prosecco for 11 years. The IG should go back to court and inform the Zambian judiciary that the police has failed to find evidence and not promising the world to arrest a group of Barotse and again end up with another Nore Prosecco. In fact, the Inspector General of Zambia Police is not intending to arrest, but to kill us. We have received several death threats from Zambia intelligence officers. This time, if you kill the Barotse, you will be dragged to the International Criminal Court. No jokes. Fellow countrymen and women, as Barotseland Nationalist Youth Alliance, we do not accept the misleading interpretation that the future position of Barotseland within Zambia alluded to unitarism. The Barotseland Agreement 1964 just intended to preserve Barotse autonomy. But if the interpretation of the Barotseland Agreement is that it made Barotseland part of Zambia, then it is essential to realize that the same agreement did not enter into force. And according to the law of treaties, the agreement that did not enter into force is not legally binding. Besides, its abrogation means rejection of Barotseland. And the corollary of abrogation is Barotseland independence.
Barotseland and Zambia has never been one.
As we conclude, the Nigerian political analyst in his book, Politics of Collaboration, 1810 to 1914, states that Barotseland emerged in the 20th century with more sovereignty than any other group in the subcontinent. What he called the Barotse social order. The Foreign Office London instructions to Corridon number 184 of 1st May 1897 acknowledge Barotseland as a nation. Furthermore, the pre-colonial and colonial era speaks volumes about the sovereignty of Barotseland. The Secretary of State for Colonies, Sir P. Cunliffe Lister, wrote in December 1931 as follows. The intention of the agreement of 1900 must be kept clearly in view. There can be no doubt that the essence of this agreement was that the Barotse nation should preserve their individuality, their territory, and self-government.
Yes.
If the IG feels Zambia is holding onto Barotseland legally, we challenge him to tell his boss, President Hakainde Hichilema, to sign the Permanent Court of Arbitration forms, which are being prepared by our international lawyers, so that the matter of Barotseland can be determined by an independent and impartial court.
Yes.
Finally, we challenge Mr. Graphel Musamba to arrest the Barotse or kill them and prove to the whole world that self-determination is a crime according to the Penal Code of Zambia. We also challenge Zambia to withdraw her signature from the UN Charter on Human Rights if at all self-determination is a crime.
Yes.
Thank you very much. May the Almighty God bless our King, His Majesty Lubosi Mwiko II.
Fakwekeza abateri bikuli tunabakomboka ne kabona bazambia bambola za kuli kumene ceasefire kuti bakena mwalinga mbolo aluziku linga mbolo zo balikena ne bomane njini bomane kono akuti alitabaza kweleza kuli batu bakene mwa ceasefire batakwa sichaba kubulela batabe anditi kumena bana bamalozi komuya komkuwa bazambia tabe abolozi baipalezwe mi akuna sebaka kona kweza mili supoza bona zabona lakakuli aiba bayizire eti nikutai matabe abulozi kapa kukena mwalinga mbolo ni mulene ngapa nisichaba sabulozi fatabe abulozi kinya kufumane akuli kafaba kupaba tukuli bakutumane bakene mwalinga mbolo kono bobusire bo bafa ma radio inge balwa kasichaba sabulozi inge baiza condemn yona Barotseland agreement kuli ayo mya inakuba ni fateni ni kamuta mikili kaze siyo baba mbola likazeo kimashano mibalola kono kwani kwa bulozi bobusire bo lifulaiki butata kuti mawe lukene mwalinga mbolo kandi zabali kakweza portray kwali fasi kapa kwa sichaba sana yabone bayizikiona ya Zambia kisifi so mikachola luna baba nchalu bale musakuli luna aluna kulumela lingambolo za kwa mikunda luna sesikamboli wafama radio kapa fama TV kona seluka latela akuli sikaseo kona mlao mikona sizi mwatasi apilu ya mutu yo kakulu nalukoni kulumela likaza kwa mukunda kuli luikambo otenta babulozi ikambo tiwe batu bakuze kono mtu zaza maingi ambola fama TV fama radio zikilika lisili milikazi yo kwa zeluka latela na zeo milukupa kashemba una bamulonga abalike kuberekisana ni bana babona baba Zambia bapalile there is no way akuli baba eleza kuli bateba twene ni bana babona bakutuma nami bakene mwa dialogue kunina Zambia kono bona babusilebo basabisa bana babona balwa kasya basabulozi babatakutama bana babona babatakubula abana babona twale bamulonga ni bona balemwe kuli mubuso babusa ni ona wanyudoni mubuso mulelo wabona kikwapula mulonga sichaba sabona kuli batokwesepo kwa sichaba bamulonga bakale kulwaka ntombu sichaba sikale kulwaka mulenengi kakuli foluza mayala fa batu babatana yabona the politics za Zambia batu babulozi bali limbuluzi niluna kafalu limbuluzi kimahata akuna fa bakati alimela tabe yabulozi ayo